my name is Kelsey Mansray. You know, the team and I, we get calls and emails every single day from people just like you, looking to make their move to Memphis. We absolutely love connecting with our clients. And so whether you're moving in 8 days or 80 days, just give us a call, send us a text, send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom video call. So today we're going to talk about questions asked from clients about after a purchase offer is accepted. Congratulations! After your offer has been accepted, it's time to move on to the next step, to the path of home ownership. And after the required paperwork has been submitted, your mortgage application will be reviewed, then or approved or denied by the bank. If your application is accepted, you will receive a loan commitment letter from the lender. This letter will state all of the terms of your loan, including interest rate and closing costs. Then you'll need to arrange a closing date and contact your realtor to get the process rolling. On the day of closing, both you and the seller will meet separately with the closing officer. During this process, you'll sign all of the loan documents and receive a copy of your deed and mortgage notes. Before the closing date, you should make certain to have all of the funds due at closing readily available. Lastly, after everything is complete, your deed will be filed and you can call your home yours. To be certain that you have an easy transition into the closing process, it's important to have a reputable lender and realtor in your corner. They should be able to answer any questions that you have along the way. So don't hesitate to reach out with any concerns. And being a homeowner is an exciting milestone, and it's important to make certain you understand the process before you commit to anything. One of the most important parts in the mortgage process is providing documentation that satisfies the bank's condition or the mortgage lender's conditions. Your loan officer will let you know exactly what you need, yet it is a good idea to be prepared in advance. Common documents may be requested of you includes pay stubs, your federal tax returns, and bank statements. You may also be asked to provide a letter from your employer confirming employment or a letter from an accountant verifying funds that you have recently received. Be certain to ask your loan officer any questions you may have if something is unclear, and also be prepared to provide any additional paperwork or documentation that your mortgage lender may need. Being organized and having all the necessary documents ready will help to ensure you have a smoother and faster closing process. Also, while the mortgage broker or loan officer is working with you on the process, you will also be working with your realtor. And your realtor will schedule the home inspection and termite inspection for you. If you have a preferred vendor, you might schedule these inspections yourself. Either way, these should be scheduled soon after the offer has been accepted, so to determine if there are any repairs needed. And then to allow the buyer adequate time to determine if they'd even like to proceed on the home transaction before the inspection period ends. Note, the inspection is generally not to make your home perfect. The inspection is a way for buyers to protect their investment and to uncover any major defects with the property. Even when a buyer is purchasing the property as is or in as is condition, I suggest buyers get an inspection so they know exactly what they are buying. And yes, you should attend. You can call your home inspector to determine the best time to attend the home inspection with them personally, what is most suitable or what works best for you. That's entirely up to you. Yet please get a home inspection to protect your investment. Also, you may inquire about what are major repairs. Well, that's subjective. That depends. Yet it's not cosmetic like new carpet or fresh paint or new doorknobs or hardware. However, a roof, a foundation, rotten wood, plumbing, HVAC, mechanicals, those would all be considered major items. So if you see any of these mentioned in an inspection report, make sure that you pay attention to those. And the major items are also what you should have your realtor negotiate, whether it's in a seller or a buyer's market. And once the inspector provides you with the inspection reports, then you can determine which repairs to request the seller that they make prior to purchasing, if there are any repairs at all. And your realtor will negotiate those on your behalf. So the property condition disclosure that the seller completes and the buyer reviews and signs. That can also provide you with an idea of the condition of the property early on in the home buying process. The home inspector is simply an unbiased professional who provides an unbiased report on the condition of your home before you purchase it. So now let's talk about the appraisal side of things. The appraisal is a report that verifies the market value of the home, so the lender knows how much to appropriately lend you, the buyer. The appraiser will also verify that the place is structurally sound and livable. So the appraisal might instruct that certain repairs are made before the lender lends you money to purchase the home. So this is very serious. Typically, the seller makes any repairs, yet it's all negotiable. And if the appraisal comes back lower than what you're planning to purchase, then the realtor will renegotiate with the seller or the listing agent for a reasonable home purchase price. If the appraisal comes back higher than anticipated, then the seller might desire to renegotiate. Just note that from a buyer's perspective, you'll know prior to purchasing the place what the market value of the home is, and you will not pay more for the property unless you desire to do so, but you'll know exactly what the market value of the home is if you have an appraisal done on the property. And here's another question: do I need to do a final walkthrough? Well, a final walkthrough is an important part of the home buying process that should not be overlooked. Even though it is not a requirement, it can help to ensure that all the agreed upon repairs and maintenance have been completed, and then also there are no surprises on the closing day. It is also important to make certain that all of the systems in the house are functioning properly. This includes checking that the furnace is working, the toilets are flushing correctly, and there is hot water. If any of these are not functioning, it is important to let the seller know before closing, so that they can address the issue. And doing a final walkthrough can help you be certain that your move-in day is as smooth and stress-free and seamless as possible. Additionally, if there are any items that were included in the purchase of the home, like appliances, window treatments, etc., you should make certain that these items are there. It is also important to make certain that any items that were supposed to be left behind by the seller, like furniture, for instance, that have been removed. And doing a final walkthrough can help you be certain that there are no surprises on closing day and that the home is exactly as you expected it to be. Overall, a final walkthrough is an important and necessary part of the home buying process. And even though it is not a requirement, once again, it can help you be certain that you are getting the home that you expected and there will be no surprises on closing day. It is important to check all of the systems in the home and make certain that any items included in the purchase are present by doing the final walkthrough a few days prior to closing. So when is the closing date? Due to the complexity of a real estate transaction, there are many factors that delay the closing from occurring on the target date. Generally speaking, any party involved in the purchase, the seller, the buyer, the real estate agents, the attorneys, the lender, any of those parties can delay the closing if they are not ready by the target date. So one of the most common reasons for a delayed closing is financing. And the lender may require additional documents or information from the buyer that can delay the process. The buyer may also need to get more money for closing costs, sometimes by selling stocks or waiting for a bonus check or some other financial arrangement. Another reason for a delay in closing is if the buyer or seller needs to resolve an issue with their title. This could come in the form of a lien on the property that needs to be satisfied before closing, or some type of deed discrepancy. The buyer or seller may have to go through the process of ordering a title search and providing proof of clear title to the lender in order for the closing to occur. So can you reschedule the closing to an earlier date? Well, once your loan has undergone proper underwriting and the appraisal has been completed, any appraisal repairs have been completed, and the appraisal clears the home, then your lender may approve your closing to an earlier date if applicable. Just inquire with your real estate agent so your real estate agent can confirm on his or her calendars, and then confirm with all parties, including the lender, the listing agent, and his or her seller clients. Everybody needs to be communicating. And the closing representative also needs to be communicated with for each client. Plus, if you are obtaining a loan, like a FHA loan, for instance, certain paperwork will have to be resubmitted or re-signed to reflect the updated dates of closing. Just note, you should aim to close before Friday if possible. So in case an issue arises, you'll have a full weekday or several weekdays regardless to fix the issue. And you can move in over the weekend like you planned. Understanding the entire home buying journey is very important to a successful transaction. So let's quickly review the overall home buying process and some tips for a seamless home buying purchase. First, prior to purchasing a home, you will want to make certain you have your finances in order. Decide how much of a down payment you can afford and talk to a lender about what type of loan would be best for you. Knowing the price range you can afford will save you time in the long run. Additionally, it's important to get pre-approved for a loan with a lender you trust and feel comfortable working with. Once you've determined the budget that works for you, it's time to start looking at possible homes. Make certain to research the area you're interested in and look at crime statistics, schools, transportation options, and more. Working with a real estate agent can be a great way to get the inside scoop on the area and explore possible homes for sale. Once you've found a home that piques your interest, make certain to do some due diligence. Ask the seller for all relevant information and have the home inspected by a qualified professional. This type of comprehensive inspection can help identify any issues or flaws in the home that you may have, so you're well informed prior to signing any legal documents. Finally, once all the paperwork has been signed and financing is secured, it's time to close on the home. Prior to closing, make certain to schedule a final walkthrough of your home. This is an important step to be certain everything is as it should be and that your new home has been maintained and is in the same condition when you first viewed it before you purchase it. It's essential to be prepared and stay organized throughout the entire home buying process. Be certain to ask your real estate agent, lender, and lawyer any questions you may have along the way. And with the right knowledge and preparation, you'll be ready to move forward in this exciting journey of home ownership. So thank you for tuning into this video. Check out the other videos on my YouTube channel to learn about what makes Memphis a wonderful and unique place to live, work, and play. So again, I hope you found some value in this video, whether you're moving in 8 days or 80 days. Be certain to give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom video call. I'm Kelsey Mansfray, and I love to meet you in person, on Zoom video call and get to know you a little bit better overall and your real estate goals. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move in or around Memphis. So with that, we hope to see you around town. We'll see you on the next video.